Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 175 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we've got a great show in store for you. We've got two great homes. One is in Merriman Park, and the other one is going to be over in Mansion Park, which are really unique. If you don't know about either one of those neighborhoods, you don't want to miss.
And in the second segment, we're going to talk about 5 ways people are looking at gardens differently now. And it's going to be really interesting because I know a lot of people are wanting to, it's the time of year when you start doing the work outside. And so some really important things to kind of take into consideration.
It is interesting, and I think you can also layer on the fact that the pandemic has really changed the way we use our outdoor space, and a lot of today's houses that move really quick, I think, have figured that out, and it does become one of the elements that does drive multiple offers coming in. So let's take a look and see what that's going to be like.
We'll So what'd you do this weekend?
Yeah, what did I do this weekend? It was a busy weekend.
You worked in your studio for a while.
I did. Yeah, we're still working on that. Nothing to report from there. And then also, lots of plants went in the ground this weekend, and I realized that there is a fertilizer called Holly Tone that is from North Haven, and it's 36-pound bags. And I put it on not just the hollies, but I had some ferns, and then I also had just a couple of Japanese maples that I put it on. And I have to tell you that it is a substantial difference. And the only reason I can tell you this is because there were hostas and there were ferns that I completely missed. And so it's like all their brothers are huge, and then there's all these like little runts that are left. And I thought, wow. So Power of Gardening, it is called Holly Tone. It is from North Haven Gardens, and it is worth every penny. And I do know they run out because last summer I tried to go back and buy it, and they said it is a spring product only.
Did you sprinkle it around on the ones that haven't grown quite as fast?
I will.
Okay. There you go.
Report back later. What'd you do?
I had a very, very busy weekend. I went and met a bunch of friends at dinner on dinner and drinks Friday night, and had just a really great time. Got some longtime friends named Dan and David that I just absolutely love, and so we had a great time with them and some other people. Saturday night, we did what was called the No Tie Dinner, and the No Tie Dinner is a benefit thing for AIDS Services of Dallas, and they pre-pandemic, what they would do is they would encourage groups of people to get together and have a dinner at their house, and then come to Frontiers of Flight Museum afterwards for dessert. And they would have, dancing, and they'd have a silent auction, and it was, a lot of fun. And well, this year they really just were promoting the dessert event at Frontiers of Flight, but my friend Ray and I and a couple of other people decided to organize a dinner, so we had 25 or 30 people at my house for dinner Saturday night.
Well, good for you.
And then all went over to Frontiers of Flight Museum afterwards, and they had a live band and really great art for auction, and it was just a great time.
That's awesome.
So Sunday I recovered.
So Sunday you recovered. We did do the Fort Worth Art Festival, and it was so crowded because I felt like this is the first time I've had it in 3 years, and I felt like it was unnecessarily busy on Saturday, even though we showed up like at 3:00, so just packed. There were people everywhere.
And there were two there. There was the Fort Worth Arts Festival and the Main Street Arts Festival, I think.
You couldn't tell where one started and one ended. The only thing that was different is that one of them is all about artists, and the newer one is the one that's representing galleries, and they were intense. And
It was intense.
that's a good one. Intense.
Got it.
Not intense. So, speaking of intense, let's talk about this market and transition right into what the Market Watch is doing these days. And it is a busy one, isn't it?
I got to tell you, I love the new format for Market Watch. You did a great job on this.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So it looks like right now we are up 8% over last week, and that is in new listings, which it brings us in at 2,283, which is great. It is the spring market. We'd love to see this number continue to even bolster more. Price decreases, interestingly enough, that is a huge increase in the number of decreases, up to 814. And I think this is people stretching it again in a market that is as robust as what we're experiencing right now. If it doesn't sell within the first week, you're overpriced and adjustments are made. Option period. This is the point when a contract first goes under contract, and there's that small, short window in which due diligence is done. Inspections for mechanical, AC, plumbing is done, and repairs are either negotiated and or cash. That is up 11%. 1789, which is really great because we're seeing more and more go into contract.
And the number of ones that moved from option period to a true pending status is up 10% from the week before, 2904. The number of solds is down 16% last week, but again, that was the middle of the month. Most closings occur toward the end of the month. Coming soons were down last week by a little over 20%, which that's really kind of where we want to see the numbers start continue to. We want to see it go up because that's really the ones that go into active inventory right after that period.
Yep. And again, so this is a market watch with us taking into consideration all of MLS, which is a really large cross section of North Texas. But one of the things that we can also do, if you're interested, we can actually drill this down and look at zip codes and also set up geographic fencing that'll allow us to look at neighborhoods that maybe you live in, maybe you have interest in investing in. We can make that happen. So if you're interested, in the comments, let us know, direct messages. You know how to get in touch with us. We'd be happy to make that happen.